Good afternoon. I hereby call to order the Committee of the Whole meeting for January 3rd. Those of you who may be watching might notice that I am not a member of council, but according to the city charter, I do preside until the council elects a president. With that, I would ask Ms. Boak to call the roll, please.
Councilmember Spatafor.
Present.
Councilmember Hussein.
Here.
Councilmember Wood.
Here.
Councilmember Spitzley. Councilmember Brown.
Present.
Councilmember Cost.
Here.
Councilmember Garza.
Here.
Councilmember Jackson.
Present.
You have 7 members present. You have a quorum.
Thank you. Okay, we do have minutes from December 12th. Is there a motion to approve those?
I so move the December 12th, 2022 minutes of Committee of the Whole.
Okay, thank you. Moved by Councilmember Wood. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? Okay, that motion does carry. And we are to public comment on agenda items. Members of the public have up to 3 minutes. If you wish to speak, please go ahead and come to the microphone. And seeing no one, we will move forward. We do have a presentation, the formal swearing in of elected First Ward City Council member Ryan Cost by Judge Kristen Simmons.
Can you raise your right hand? I state your name.
I, Ryan Cost,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of City Council Member Ward 1
the duties of office of City Council Member Ward 1
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
You can come up here if you want to say
Congratulations and welcome. And do you have any comments?
I just want to thank the voters of the First Ward for electing me. I am going to try as hard as I can every day to fight for our ward, and I want folks to know, whether you voted for me or not, I'm going to work just as hard every day for you. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, we have our single item of business is the resolution for the election of the 2023 City Council President and Vice President. Are there any nominations? Councilmember Hussein.
Yeah, very quickly, I wanted to first take the opportunity to thank my colleagues on council for what was really a tremendous opportunity last year to serve in the role of president, particularly, I think, with Carol Wood as my vice president. It was just a tremendous opportunity, I think, to learn, to grow, to position myself, I think, better to do this work as a people's representative, I think, both respectively but also collaboratively with you all. And so I wanted to take the opportunity to thank you all for that opportunity. As I thought about leadership this year, there were a few things that I thought about. I thought about first continuity, consistency, those folks that are present, those folks that are prepared, those folks that really will do the position justice. But I also thought about building capacity, succession, what next year and the year beyond looks like. And I think lastly, I also looked at the reality that this is an election year and who was going to have the time and the ability to actually commit to doing the work. Because let me tell you, the curtain was pulled way back last year, and there is a tremendous amount of work that might be unseen that actually goes into that leadership position. And I kept coming back to Carol Wood as president, and I'll tell you why. Number one, she has made it very clear that this is her last year on council. And as I think of, over her 20-plus years on council, I think of consistency, I think of hard work, I think of somebody that has stepped up to the plate day in and day out and has done this position justice, and by doing so has done, I think, the constituents of the city justice, but also the city in general. It is, as I am in year 7, and I still have a lot of fire in my belly for this position, I can't imagine being in year 23 or 24 and still doing the work at the level that Councilwoman Wood does the work at, and I really appreciate that. And so I kept coming back to it just seems fitting that she would go out as president. Beyond that, I also thought about what next year might look like, and I thought it is possible that Councilman Spatafor could be the only person at this dais with any measure of leadership experience. And to me, that's frightening. I might, if I'm successful in my bid, I might be up here as well, but 2 out of 8, that is still, to me, alarming, okay? So with that being said, I thought about the opportunity being granted to somebody to step into that vice president's role, and what an opportunity, obviously with Carol as president, to gain some measure of experience so that next year we're not looking at just Councilman Spatafor, or if I'm fortunate enough to be here, just myself as, well, you guys have done it before, you know what it entails, and we think you're ready to step into that position. I really believe to build capacity amongst this group is to build a stronger council. And so with that being said, I kept coming back to Councilman Garza as I think, a fitting choice for vice president. I think he'll do a great job. I think he has shown over the last 5 years that he is always present, he is always prepared, and I really see leadership within him. And I think him and Carol Wood, I think, will do that leadership position justice. I think they will work to empower each one of us so that we can continue to do the good work that this body is going to be trusted to do through what could be a very tumultuous year with potentially 2 open at-large positions, up for election. And we know what kind of political gamemanship that can invite. And so with that being said, I am going to move a slate of Carol Wood for president and Jeremy Garza for vice president.
Okay, we have a nomination for the office of president. Councilmember Wood, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And we have a nomination for the office of vice president. Councilmember Garza, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor of passing forward to the full body the resolution to elect Councilmember Wood as president and Councilmember Garza as vice president, please say aye.
Aye.
And those opposed say nay. That motion carries with 1 dissent. All right, and that ends that action item. Does anyone have any other business? All right, then at 5:38, the committee of the whole is adjourned, and city council will convene at 7 o'clock.